Hello everyone. So as the title says, I'm going to be doing endurance races with a Kei-Car. With a very special Kei-Car actually, because everyone loves the Autozam, so might as well use this thing. It's actually quite decent when you think about it. I made a few upgrades so I can actually survive the endurance racing. And let's just go ahead and see what happens. I'm not sure if I can win this, but I think it's possible. It has to be possible. Before I start, give me a second here. Alright, we should be good to start now. Here goes nothing. Oh god. What am I doing with my time? So, the thing is, Trial Mountain, since it has uphill sections and the like, it is a bit of a challenge for a slow car. So I really have to rely on pit strategy, it seems, to if I want to win this. The problem is I don't know when my opponents stop, so I do have to get a bit creative. I know that I can do a 2-stop, it has to be a 1-stop at best. Oh, come on. That's why it has hard tires, the car has hard racing tires. I assume it should be fine to do a 1-stop. But I don't know, I don't have any idea. I just made sure the car was drivable and somewhat competitive. I do not know if I can win this with this setup or the strategy that I just made in my mind. But it should be possible. It has to be possible. Otherwise it will be a bit of a disappointment, really. You are going rather fast though. The thing is they're all packed together and that's beneficial for me. It's kind of beneficial. But if I can't catch up, it's just... it doesn't matter anyway. It won't really matter if I can't catch up to them. Oh. No. That was a problem. I almost lost the car there. I have to be careful with bumps, because this car doesn't like bumps at all. The suspension is rather soft and it still doesn't like bumps. So maybe I should have tried a little harder with the suspension setup. In any case, I just have to be careful, that's all it means. It's really stable, it doesn't slide too much, it's a really stable setup, that's why I didn't want to touch it too much. I'm willing to compromise. Wheel to wheel with the Elise here. Yeah, the straight line is just not it's strong suit, let's just put it that way. That Elise is right behind me. Yep, it's right behind me. Bit of a slide there, and we're catching up to the 156 here, the Alfa Romeo. Yeah, you're going to understeer. You're going to understeer off the corner. Oh. I don't know which car is on first place. I know the car I have ahead is Celica. That I'm sure of. Ooh, that felt a bit unstable there. I almost go into the wall if I wasn't careful. I managed to catch the car on time. That was scary. Second place. And it's a Megane Coupe. Yes, a Renault Megane Coupe. That's a nice car as well. I don't want to be overtaken by this thing. I'm going to squeeze you. Sorry. But I have a disadvantage. I have to use everything I can so I can win. Oh. Oh, come on. Really? Really? We're fine, we're fine. Didn't lose the position. We're catching up to the Megane. Catching up to the Megane here. Yeah, we're going side by side. Yeah, I should take the position in this turn. Yep, first place is mine. Now you have to hold it for 26 laps. Oh, hey. Bit of that was unexpected. That was really unexpected. The good thing is, even if I'm slow on the straights, I can somewhat keep up with them. They don't destroy me, so it's not a lost case, and I can somewhat make the time back on the corners. Of course, I'm not going to keep up with them in the straights. It's just impossible. I mean, maybe if I add more power, but I don't need it. It will be boring if I do. And the point of this is to have a challenge. At least that challenge is interesting to watch. Otherwise, it will be boring. Oh, I forgot. 1 second. 1 second, please. I forgot about something. Uh, just a moment. There we go. All done. Good to go. Yeah, I just had to make a post on YouTube saying that I'm live. I forgot. My bad. Now I have to hold this lead and I need to see how long these tires last. Because I have no idea how long I can drive with these tires. And that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a big problem. I have no clue the tire wear on this car. And I'm sure I can do more. I can't do more than a one stop. At least that's what I think in my mind. Because it's just 30 laps and I don't know how the AI manages pit stops. I know they barely need to stop. They just stop once. And if I stop more, I'm going to be screwed. Pretty much. And since I can hold this lead, but I can't really pull away, I think. I need to... Oh. I need to be careful with those bumps. I need to be really careful with those bumps. Otherwise I'm going to lose the race. Yeah, as I was saying, I can't really pull away from them, but I can hold the lead, so I can't make enough of a gap to stop, to have a free pit stop, that's what I mean. And since I can't have enough of a gap to have a free pit stop, I need to plan them. I need to really plan them well. Otherwise, it's just going to be a loss. Yeah, so now you see why I'm kind of worried of bumps, because the car just goes sideways and I can't do anything to recover. It is a really light and small car, after all. That's to be expected. So yeah, I should have planned for it. And I didn't. I really didn't. There's one car which is so far behind. I don't know which car it is, but it's really far behind. Again, I must go sideways there. Then again, I downshift on the bump. That was a really bad idea. Oh. Now the Elise is crashing onto me. Yeah, I think that's going to be the fastest car in the grid, the Elise. At least it makes sense. It's the fastest car on the grid. He just powered through me. Yeah, the Elise is really fast. They can break away from it. I need to know when it stops. I couldn't find any any guides which had the pit stops for the AI in Gran Turismo 2. I know there's one from Gran Turismo 4. I used it before, but there's not the one for Gran Turismo 2. At least I didn't find it. It would have been nice to have a bit of an idea to know when the cars stop. But yeah, I guess I'll just do it blind. I just need the car to survive at least 8 laps more. So I can stop on lap 16 and just do a one stop. We'll have to see. There he is, right behind me again. Well, at least he's pushing me. That's useful. Because I do lose on the uphill sections. I totally lose on the uphill sections. And I can make up for in the downhill sections like this one. Or somewhat keep up with. Somewhat keep up, they don't really make much of a difference. .145 and my fastest lap was a 1:43. So I'm just going almost 2 seconds slower than my fastest lap. Which isn't too bad, really. When you think about it, it isn't too bad, because I'm having a more conservative pace, I guess. And I'm not destroying the tires. That was a good defense there, I'm not going to lie. I blocked him quite well. Oh look, those 2 laps were almost the same pace. The 2 previous laps. That's funny. So yeah, it seems it's me and the Elise who are fighting for the lead. The other cars are just way too far behind. At least for the time being. Yeah, it seems that will be the case, me and Elise fighting for the lead. There's always a car which stands out in the AI field, and the others are just there as they're there because you have to fill the lineup spaces. It tends to be a 1-to-1. Talking about that, the Elise is just right there. Yep, there he is. And there he goes. That wasn't the best line for the Elise, actually. He tapped the wall. Went a bit sideways there. Yeah, he's pulling away, damn. He's totally pulling away. Here. He's a bit faster than me, but not by much. That's the fun thing, he's not too fast. Just a little bit. Understeer. Ha! The wall, come on. Well, I mean, I got the position. Oh. Now he's trying to do the same thing. But at least I got the position for some time. Jesus. I really need to start blocking him in this section. I really need to start blocking. Yeah, I'm just gonna die bomb here again. Otherwise it's just pointless. Yeah, when are you going to stop? That will be nice to know. Yeah, that will be nice to know. When are you going to stop? Talking about stopping, my tires are starting to go out. Yeah, I'm going to start sounding like Lewis Hamilton real soon. But they should be fine for a couple of laps more. Should be. I'm going to keep blocking you. There. Ah! Come on, it just understeered off the corner. I can't believe it. If I recall, that's just a regular lease. It's not a 190R. A 190 is totally not a 190. I think he's going to stop soon because he went wide on the last corner. He's starting to struggle with tire wear as well. Yeah, he's totally struggling with tire wear. I need to keep an eye out if he stops on this lap or the next one. Because that's going to be my window to stop. If I miss my window, it's game over. Pretty much it's game over if I miss my pit window. Yeah, he can't keep the car on the road. That's just really bad. He's really struggling to keep it on the road. Let me see if you stop now. Oh, he's not stopping. Not yet, seems. But he's going slower. So that's a good thing. In the meantime, I get a bit of a break. And it also means that in the final laps, if he's right behind me, I should be able to expect this sort of performance. But yeah, I'm missing an AZ-1 to beat an endurance race. And so far, so good. We're going to enter the second half of the race, and it seems I can do this if I'm careful with the strategy and don't make any mistakes. I should be able to win this race. Keyword should be. It's not certain yet. Yeah, Liz is going to close in again. This section is terrible for the AZ-1. Yeah, this is a really bad section for the AZ-1. But he's going sideways all over the track. So I'm starting to think he might have to stop real soon. Like now, see, he's totally going wide in that turn and loses so much speed. Oh, you got GT2 Plus working, that's excellent. Yeah, it's really worth playing. It really is. It adds a lot of it adds a lot of missing cars that were on the Gran Turismo 2 data, but they were never finished, and they are finished now. There's also GT1 cars. It's really good. And here comes the lease again. In this section I have to block so much. This is probably like the make or break part of the circuit. Because if one mistake here means that I probably will lose the race. Yes, you can use 60 FPS. You have to use the silent codes. They work with GT2 Plus as well. Cheats might not work, but there's a save that you can use. You can download it and use a save. It's kind of the same. You just get money and licenses. It's just the same. Another lap and he's not stopping. Not stopping at all. I should start thinking about stopping myself. Those rear tires are starting to go out. And yeah, I can really tell they are starting to go out with the way the car drives. And that at least has to stop sooner or later. And since I'm just on lap 16, it means that I can do a one stop already. So yeah, I should start considering doing my pit stop in this lap or the following one. We'll see how the AA behaves. Because if I spin, I won't be able to stop and recover all of that time. Like, spinning and pit stop will be too much time to recover, and I don't think I have the chance to recover from that. But yeah, as I was saying, cheats might not work with GT2 Plus, but the 60 FPS code, the widescreen code, all of those do work. I have them enabled right now, so yeah, they do work. Oh, come on. I don't want to crash into you. Easy, easy. Don't slide on me now. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. I think I'm going to stop in this lap. Yeah, we're stopping. He has to stop sooner or later. And I should come out in third. So it seems. Oh, she'll get. Oh, the third car stopped. So I'm actually in second place. Yeah, on top of that, it's like a British Racing Green Elise. Like, it's the perfect car. Oof, 19 seconds. That's a lot. That's a lot of time. Understeer. I don't know which car is behind me. I really don't know which car is behind me. I lost a bit of time there, of course. I went wide. I have to be careful because the tires are cold. At least for a lap or two, I have to be careful because these tires are cold. Yep, I lost more time already. And he didn't stop. Again. Yeah, I doubt it can do the 30 laps without stopping. It will be absurd. Yeah, and I made time in the final sector, of course I did. I gained a second on that first sector. It's a shame that I will lose it on the later part of the track, but still, that's impressive. Goes to show how important good tires are. Without good tires, you have nothing really. Closing in. So I have to ask, I'm curious. Which one you prefer, the Autozam or the Honda Beat? Both have a mid-engine layout. Personally, I prefer the Autozam a bit more. Why will you give more power to a car but do nothing to the tires? Yeah, well, that's called the force approach. But now, in all honesty, sometimes it's just impossible to do that. I don't get it really. You have power, but it's impossible to control, so it might as well be useless. And in most tracks, you have rather you prefer to have handling than outright speed. So yeah, personally, I prefer handling upgrades. Some cars are just too slow, though. You just need to play a fine balance between power and handling. And for that, you need to test the car and see which one it needs the most. If it's short on power or if it needs better handling. And yeah, the beat is nice. I like the beat as well. Personally, I will have a hard time to choose if you gave me the keys for either one of them. I kind of like the more cute design of the AC1, but the beat is also incredible. It's a brilliant car. So yeah, it will be really hard to choose which one. I don't know which one I will choose. I also like the Suzuki Cappuccino. For me, it's the best one out of them all. But it's a front engine car, so I didn't want to put it in, just to be fair. The Suzuki is just the best for me. It's really nice. No, it's not because it's April 1st. It's because I just know this race is rather easy and I wanted to do it because I'm starting this playthrough on Gran Turismo too. And I wanted to find interesting cars to do it, and I figured might as well try the Autozam. Because this race, it's not too hard. Really, I say it's not too hard, and the Elise hasn't stopped yet, and it's lap 20. Also, I'm doing 143s again. The previous lap was my fastest lap out of them all. So yeah, this pace is good. At least for this car, is good. Yeah, the AI in GT2 is kind of strange. For me, it's really easy most of the time. As in, you need to try to make it challenging or even remotely interesting to race against. But it has moments where it's just really fast. and even if you if you try, it's just unbeatable. But for the most part, it's rather tame. It's really easy to beat the AI in Gran Turismo 2. It's no Need for Speed Underground, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, I know that video. I seen it. It's great. It's a really good video. I just dropped 10 seconds between me and Elise in the last few laps. Yeah, I should watch that video again soon. I watched it when it released, and I don't remember much, but yeah. You know which video you are talking about. Whoa, is it me or did at least just slow down a lot for a second there? I think there it is. Yep, there he is. He at least made a pit stop. Yeah, I knew there was something funny there. Now I need to be really careful, because there's not much of a gap between us. And they have 8 laps to the finish. And that thing is going to be quick with new tires. Keep in mind the last laps where I got up to it. His tires were worn and he was sliding all over the track. So yeah, this isn't guaranteed. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, you kind of are the only one chatting. I'm sorry, I kind of focus on the race here because I really want to clock a few good laps before the tires just start to wear out. Because if the Elise catches up to me now, I'm in trouble. We still have like 8 laps to go. But yeah, this endurance race is rather curious because I think it's the shortest endurance race in the entire Gran Turismo franchise. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it is. You can do it in less than an hour, easy. And by the end it should be 40ish, high 40s, low 50 minutes here. In this case, with a rather slow car. So yeah, it's pretty much the shortest endurance race in all of the franchise. In Gran Turismo 3, you have championships which have like 30 minutes races, and it's 10 30-minute races all packed together for a championship. Races in Gran Turismo 2 are really short overall. Most of them are 2 laps or 3 laps. There's very few events with 5 laps. And of course endurance, but endurance races, most of them aren't too long. There's very few which are actually long races. Yeah, Formula GT is really long. It's always very long. I never done Formula GT actually, because I never bothered to do the 24 hours race in Gran Turismo 4. I just couldn't bother. When I played with the console, I just refused to let the console on for that long. Even if with P-Spec it's shorter, I couldn't do that. So that's something I have to do one day. With the emulator, it's not that hard. You can use save states. I think Formula GT in Gran Turismo 4 is 10 or 15 races. And the new F1 calendar has like 20 something races, but back then it had way less. So you might be right. Back then it had way less races than today. Which reminds me, there's Formula 1 tomorrow in Australia. I'm not going to wake up to see it. I'm already saying I'm not going to wake up to see it. I'll see it when I see it later. I'll totally see it later. As I said, the lease is also catching up to me. I'm being slower overall. The last few laps were a bit slow. Yeah, 5 more laps. Only 5 more laps. Yeah, I need to be careful here because he's really close and he's going to start trying to overtake me in this final section. Yeah, this is a tough part. The fun thing about Gran Turismo 2 is that you can pretty much use whatever car you like and be competitive somewhat. Depends on what you want to use. There's a lot of events which you can do with pretty absurd cars if you know what you're doing. One example is I once did the Seattle Endurance, the 40 laps on Seattle with a Dodge Neon, and I actually won. So that's something I could do as well. Well, another time, of course. But I don't think there's a Gran Turismo game which manages to be as open as Gran Turismo 2. The rest are more restrictive in the cars that you can bring to a race. And well, that's fun. I mean, it is fun in a way. It also removes a lot of the chaos that you can bring if you are creative. Sorry. Yeah, Most Wanted, you can bring whatever you like at the end of the game. Yeah, the problem is in Most Wanted you need a car which is good for pursuits, and for races it doesn't matter, you can use whatever. But a good car for pursuits, those are few and far between. I kind of made a video about Most Wanted explaining all of that, and why I find it a bit tedious at times. I didn't make it. God damn it. Figured I would, but I didn't. Oh, you watched it already. That's nice. Yeah, Most Wanted is a curious case for me because I understand why people like it. But at the same time, it's a bit of a grind for me. I personally prefer the older Need for Speed games. Just a little bit more. But of course, Underground has a lot of charm for me and nostalgia. I really like Underground. Even if I make fun of it, I really like Underground. I'm going to squeeze you. You're not getting past. See, I don't have a problem with the long pursuits. I have a problem with the races in Most Wanted. Those are the ones that feel like a chore for me. The pursuits are fine. Those are fun. I mean, they are really repetitive. So yeah, they suffer from the same problem as the races. But if I had to pick a problem, a specific problem will be the races above all. And then, of course, the pursuits here are repetitive and get really long as well. And grinding whenever you want to change cars is a pain. And that shouldn't be the case. It shouldn't be like that. Because if you have to grind heat conditions each time you swap cars, it's just a pain. You need to keep the same car for races and pursuits, and that's never ideal. You know, it's just what I think. I don't know. Some people like it, some people might not. I stand in the field that doesn't like how it is. Steady now. Steady now. Yeah, I was a bit slow out of that corner. I went too wide. You really have to do defensive driving here. I cannot let this guy past. If he gets past in this section, I cannot catch up before the finish line. He's coming in, I can hear it. We're almost there. 50 minutes, as I said. We're closing in into the 50-minute mark. Yeah, there's totally they totally have their charm, these games. The PS1 and the late 90s, early 2000s computer games, they also have their charm. Even if this version that I'm playing is just upscaled and all of that, it's not an 80 PS1. Of course it's not an 80 PS1. But they totally have their charm. And I don't think it's nostalgia speaking. It's totally a style and I can really appreciate it. The fact most of these cars that you see on the screen right now have a really low polygon count compared to what we're used to today, and they still look like the real deal, you know, because they do look like the real deal. Let's be honest. You can tell what it is. I find that impressive. And we're on the final lap already. And this guy's just right behind me. He's just right behind me, man. I didn't know it would be this tight. I should have stopped a bit later if I knew it would be this tight. But what's done's done. Now I just have to hold this lead however I can, by any means necessary. He always comes on my right. Yeah, he always goes on my right. So I just have to block that line. And here he always goes on my left. So you have to block my left. And then he switches right. Have to block here. Oh, that was a bit slow there. Oh shit, that was a bit slow. Oh no. Yeah, we made it. Yes! Oof. Oh god. Oh god. Also, yeah, the game started just right as I finished the race. Can you believe it, man? Oh, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, every game until GT3 used the stock tire screeching sounds. Yes, it did. It totally did. So that's a win. Oh man, totally saving. Totally saving. Also, I think I have a bit of an idea now. Since I could do this race, there's another endurance that I want to try, but I didn't do anything to see if it's possible or not. I did try a bit before this one to test the car, but I didn't do it in the previous one. If curious, this is what I won. This is the car I won. No, I don't want to use this thing. I want to use the Autosam. There we go. So here's the thing. This race, given the track layout, I think there's a chance if I modify the hell out of the AC1. But I have no idea if it's possible or not. Let's see which cars race in it first. Yeah, these are the cars that I think... Yeah. But there's a GT40, goddamn. This won't be a problem. This won't be a problem. The GT40 will totally be a problem. And the Evo maybe, the Impreza maybe, and the Supra maybe. Well, I saved in the end, so if it's not doable, it's going to be whatever. Yeah, there's a GT4 in this event. Oh, right. Stage 2, stage 3. Let's put weight reduction, more weight reduction. Can I put a bigger turbo? Yes, I can put a bigger turbo, which is good. Right, I did this already. I did this already. Let's do this. And let's do this as well. Sure, brakes. I mean, they don't do much, but let's put brakes on it as well. And brake balance control, this will be useful. What else? No, all of this is done. And this is done as well. So, yeah, I'm going to see if this is... I doubt it, but I don't lose anything for trying, right? The track layout is on my side, I will say. And I can lower the car a little bit, so it behaves a bit better. Also, I can run a bit of stiffer springs because Apricot Hill isn't as bumpy. No, I have the I bought it before, so I have to do the... Yeah, I have all the power upgrades. I bought upgrades and I didn't use them for the previous race. Let's try 2220 for this. And well, here comes the tough part. I really like the gearing right now, so I'm just going to stand the final gear. And well, let's do a bit of a test run, see how it goes. Eesh, fifth gear is a bit long. I'll have to work on that. Nah, fifth gear is fine. Can I? Ooh, no, don't go wide. Ah, that's so unfortunate. I thought we could hold it. So the car feels fine. Let's see if it's doable then. Let's extend the gears a little bit. Just in case. Here goes nothing! Yeah, they're going to destroy me on the straight line. Going to destroy me on the straight line. Well, one went wide already. But I said the 350 wouldn't be the challenge. So I was accurate on my prediction, the 350 wouldn't be a problem. Oh, whoa! Easy, don't go wide now. So it's obvious I won't outspeed the GT40. I braked so late there. Nah. So it's obvious I won't outspeed the GT40. But I have to outlast it in a pit stop. And if the GT40 isn't on the lineup, then this race is probably doable. I think it's doable without the GT40. But it's always there, of course, it's always there. Now, I'm not sure if this is possible. I have no idea, I didn't try anything here. But I know that the other AI cars just aren't giving me much of a problem. We'll see if the GT40 is something that I can't outlast in tire wear, because that's my only hope. Yeah, the GT40 waits for its next victim. Yeah, I think this isn't doable because even if I manage to stop after the GT40, it's so much faster than me that I can't maintain my a gap with it. So it will just overtake me and it will be game over. I will need to plan this a bit better, I think. I will need some time to plan a strategy for it. But we can try another car. The AC one just isn't going to cut it. And that's why I saved. So I can build another car if necessary. So, okay, we know sadly the Autosam would just won't cut it. And as much as I want to keep the Supra, I need the money, so I'm going to sell the Supra. And we're going to look for something else to beat the GT40. Something which can beat the GT40. An MX-5 might beat the GT40. Something which might beat the GT40. Alright, I can't afford it, I'm stupid. I wanted to buy something and I can't afford it. I know the S4 Elan totally beats the GT40. I know if I modify this thing, it totally beats the GT40. The thing is how easy it will be. That's going to be the main question here, because otherwise it will be too boring to see and nobody wants to see that. Well, Miata is always the answer. Yeah, Miata is always the answer. Good call. Yeah, we're totally going with an MX5. It's a bit heavier than the Elan, which is good because the Elan is just so broken. And yes, the cappuccino is in the game. I think there's one for sale. Oh no, but there's none for sale right now. That's disappointing. There's no cappuccinos for sale right now. I will have to wait 5 days and see if there's any. But they will suffer the same problem as the Autosam, I think. As in, it's just not fast enough to keep up with the GT40. But, yeah. One of these MX-5s do the trick. But if it's not an MX-5, what else it could be? There's a Type R for sale. Huh. Maybe a Type R. Is there a white Type? No, there's no white Type R. Damn. I really like them in white. Everyone wants the Type R's in Championship white. I know. And kind of boring. Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's try with an Integra. I never used the Integras. I'm going to do this. This. No. Yeah, I'm going to try front wheel drive car. I never use front wheel drives. And it has a racing mode if I need it. Huh. Yeah, I'm going to try the racing mode. I'm sorry, this is all improvised. I don't have a strategy for this. It's not like the AC1, which I tried before. This is all going through my head right now, and I have no idea how I'm going to tackle it. Yeah, I bought suspension already. Yeah, we're going to throw all the money in. All the money in. Alright. So, what do we have? Yes, this should be competitive against the GT40. If anything, it should be more than fine. Unless it's modified, unless the GT40 has power mods. Yeah, this is what I wanted to do. That's going to be under steering. I'm going to lower in a little bit. To see. Yeah, we're going to go full air. I need to do a small test run to see the gearing and know what I'm facing. I don't know where the gears are right now. Yeah, but this car handles really well. The gears are a bit short. Yeah, all the aero. Yeah, it's there's no punishment for running all the aero, really. That's why I'm going with all the aero, really. I'm going to make this gear a bit longer, this one a bit longer, this one a bit short. We're going to make all the gears shorter and just use the final drive for the rest. Yeah, but there's no punishment for running air in the game, really. It's pretty much a free upgrade. Like, the downsides are just minimal and the benefits are huge. And if it's too fast like this, I can downtune it a little bit to make it more interesting. So it will be like handling versus horsepower. Jesus, those front tires are warm already. Yeah, it was kind of early. But I find it impressive that those features do work, like cars with downforce really drive different than cars without downforce. And that in and of itself in a PS1 game is impressive. Of course, this isn't iRacing or Assetto Corsa, but it's impressive for a PS1 racing game. I have no complaints. Yeah, this car is fine. But I'm going to buy another upgrade so it's not as fast. Because it feels a bit quick and it will be too easy. Yeah, we're going to downtune it a little bit. Yeah, I think I think this should be fine. Is there a GT40? Oh, no, there's no GT40. Never mind. It's even more impressive when you compare the jump between Gran Turismo 1 and Gran Turismo 2. Again, there's no GT40. It's even more impressive when you compare the jump between Gran Turismo 1 or Gran Turismo 2, as I was saying. Okay, there's no GT40 again. I know, I'm sorry, but if there's no GT40, I'm going to try this with the Autosam. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have planned for this. Yeah, there's no GT40, so I want to. I prepared for the GT40, a totally different car, and now there's no GT40. Yeah, once I get the Autosam, there's going to be a GT40. I'm sure it's going to happen, but I don't care. I lose nothing for trying in the end. Ah, let's go. There it is. Ah, god damn it. There it is. That's disappointing. I'm going to give this a few tries, and if it doesn't work out, it just doesn't work out. I think this should be fine. There's no GT40, we made it. But there's an NSX, and that thing is quick. So, yes, this is a challenge, but I think we might be able to do this. I wasted so much time preparing the Type R. Well, at least I know how a race modified Type R. Oh, thank you for pushing me off, NSX. That's also a beautiful shade of green on the NSX. Damn, I really like that color. He went wide. The Griff is just pulling me. He wants to get through. Apricot Hill is a better track than Trial Mountain for this car, because Trial Mountain is full of bumps, and Apricot Hill just doesn't have as many bumps. So the driving experience of the AC one is miles better than in Trial Mountain. Yeah, they're going to eat me on the straight, alright. I get that. They're going to destroy me in the straight. Yeah. I can't believe it. They were rubber banding so hard that they just missed the breaking point altogether. Oh man. Still, I am in trouble though, because I can't really keep up with them. It's going to be harder than Trial Mountain for sure. So, even if I'm on the lead, I need to be careful because they are faster than me. There's no way around it. And again, I don't know the stops, so I can't do a pit strategy. If it gets bad, I can just cut the chicane and cheat it. I know it's cheating, but I can cut the chicane and make some time. Oh, the Griffith's just blasting through the straight. He's gonna go wide again. Yeah, everyone goes wide in that corner. I don't know why. Yeah, I need to get as big of a gap as possible. So when everyone starts stopping, or when I need to stop, I don't lose as much time. That's pretty much what I have to do. Yeah, I think the AI has watched too much Initial D and they just want to copy whatever they seen. I want to see if the Griffith does catch up to me in this straight. Because he's rather far. Yeah, he's pretty far. I might be able to start building a gap here. We kind of pulled away from the rest of the pack. Just look where everyone is and where's me and the Griffith right now. I figured that the toughest car will be the NSX, but it seems it's the Griffith. Seems like it's the Griffith. I mean, it's not like the Griffith is a bad car, it's actually one of my favorite cars. And when I first played Gran Turismo for the first time, the Griffith was that car that I really liked, but I couldn't control. Because, of course, as a children, you don't understand how cars work. So I always tried to grab it and try to drive it properly, and I couldn't. Then I started to learn how to drive, and of course the car just drives like a dream, but yeah, I always remember the Griffith for that specific reason. Oh, tap the grass there. It's not the time to touch grass. Not now. The TBR Sagaris. The TBR Sagaris is... I really like it as well. Pretty much I'm a fan of most TBRs. I think they're so cool. Sure, they have problems. Sure, the build qualities... It left a lot to be desired, and even to this day there's people who make money fixing the mistakes that the factory made and refuse to solve. But yeah, TBRs are so cool. I like them all. Yes, the Cinquecento is a really good car, actually. It's a really good car. It was one of the cars that I thought to use for these races, but it's really good. It's one of the best front-wheel drive cars. It's so light. I really like the Cinquecento. The AI is probably doing something funny, yeah. I can't see because I'm far all the way here, but there's a chance some cars might keep sliding that way. There's totally a chance because I'm pulling away from the Griffith, and I shouldn't be pulling away from the Griffith. I don't understand. TBR would fall apart after a week. Well, it depends on who owned it previously. And how much money you are willing to spend to keep it running. Yeah, pretty much in endurance races in Gran Turismo, you have the rest of the field is irrelevant. The only cars that matter is the car that which the AI decides is the fastest, and it's the only one which is competitive. The other cars are just there as padding, really. They're extras. They don't matter. It's the same in Gran Turismo 3, in Gran Turismo 4, and in Gran Turismo 1 and 2. I wonder if the GT40 will be I'm not sure, because the GT40 has downforce, and the game drives differently with cars that have downforce. That's why I don't know. Maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't. I have to try it. Yeah, the Mini Cooper is a lot of fun, actually. I actually did the Seattle Endurance once with a Dodge Neon, and it was hilarious. I barely beat the Shelby Series 1, which is the fastest car in that event. And yeah, I might just do that live one day, like doing the Seattle Endurance with the Dodge Neon. Totally a muscle car, the Dodge Neon. But yes, the Mini Cooper is one of those cars which I admit I often ignore, and a lot of people do. But it's one of those cars that didn't come back after Gran Turismo 2, and it's a brilliant car. It's really quick and it's a lot of fun. It can beat almost anything. It's a really competitive car. Yeah, I have a few ideas with Gran Turismo 2 endurance races. I'm not going to say much because I need to try them, but I'm pretty sure one... I have to make a video about one which is really special, and I have to start working on that. It will take a bit of effort, that's why I'm not saying anything. In the end, it might not work out, so I'm not going to promise things that I can't deliver. But yeah, Gran Turismo 2 is really fun because you can enter any car, as I said before. You can enter any car as long as it has the horsepower limit. So yeah, you can do really interesting things in Gran Turismo 1. In Gran Turismo 2, I'm sorry. By Gran Turismo 3 and 4 and onwards, you just can't do these sort of things anymore. They're just not viable. RS200 puppy. That's nice. I didn't hear that one before. Yeah, it kind of does. There's another AC1 in the game, which is like the A-Spec AC1, which has a body kit. Of course, I didn't get that one. It wasn't on the market at the time. I got this one, but I prefer this one actually. The one with the body kit is nice. It's nice for the jokes and all, but I prefer this one, the cleaner look of this one. Even if I gotta say, the AC one with the body kit might have a bit of downforce, which this one doesn't have. So they might drive a bit different. I don't know. I never tried them both at the same time to see. They braked a little bit. I was a bit late on that turn. Lost a lot of time. Tires are starting to turn lime green, and I don't think that's a good sign because we're only in lap 10. I don't know how many times I'll have to stop in this race. I hope I don't have to stop much. Of course, Apricot Hill is it's demanding on the tires, but I don't want to stop every 10 laps. Of course, I want to stop every 10 laps. In order to be competitive, I did everything to this car. Everything that I could do, I just did. So yeah, it's fully modified. For the previous race in Trial Mountain, it wasn't all modified. It had like a stage 1 turbo and a bit of weight reduction, and then drivetrain upgrades. And of course suspension, because of course suspension is vital to nail the car settings and all of that. Yeah, 20 laps it seems to be a decent goal. I just need to avoid touching the grass and all of that, because that adds up over time. This is an interesting race, I gotta say. I'm in the middle of no man's land. I actually didn't expect this. I'm not... I'm in first place. The second car is nowhere to be seen, and the other cars are just all over the track. I really didn't expect this to happen. Still, 20 laps on a single set of tires will be nice. I think that's going to be my goal, just 20 laps. Because that means I will have to stop twice, on lap 20 and lap 40. And then I have 10 laps that I can go just full throttle. Because I will have like the fresh tires for the last 10 laps. It all depends on how much of a gap I do have to the other cars. Even if it remains this way, I'm not scared. I think it's doable. But still, I don't want to take any chances and lose because I make the wrong strategy. Even if I do like to make strategy, I think it's fun to plan the strategy. It's probably my favorite part of endurance races. And that's kind of why I like to bring even cars. I don't like bringing overpowered cars for endurance races. Because if you have an overpowered car, you pretty much can do whatever you like, and that's not fun. It's more fun when you have to plan your stops and they aren't actually free. You have to plan them accordingly depending on your opponents. I think I'm driving a bit too hard because the rear tires are starting to go yellow. Just a bit too hard, maybe. But I just don't want to lose my gap with the Griffith. That's my concern. I don't really want to lose my gap with the Griffith. Yeah, I think I have like 10 seconds on the Griffith, give or take. Still, 10 seconds is not enough to cover a stop. I need like 15 to 20. But it's enough so that I can make it with ease. That I won't lose so much time with it. And they have to stop too, so yeah, I'm fine. In theory, I'm fine. Of course, there's always a difference between my theory and whatever happens in this race, because that's how races are. You just can't predict what will happen next. Otherwise, racing will be rather boring. If you could predict how every race will go out, it wouldn't make much sense, would it? You know what will be crazy though? If I start lapping cars on the AC1, I'm going to die happy. That's all I can say. If I can somewhat start lapping cars with the AC1, that's enough. I'll be happy with that. I know. I'm asking too much, but it will be nice. I'm getting a bit greedy, one could say, and I'm sliding, and I shouldn't slide because that's bad for the rear tires. I mean, I'm catching up to those two, which are ahead. I'm really catching up, and I'm building up a bigger gap with the Griffith. Because each time I see the little map, he's just farther and farther away. Yeah, I just have to make them last for 5 laps more and I could stop. I haven't seen any of the AI stop already, but the AI has really bizarre tires because they just last an eternity. They never stop. They barely stop to change tires, and that's a problem. It's really random, it seems to me. When they stop to change tires, it seems a bit random. Yeah, see, I'm actually closing into the last 2 cars. And the last lap, I entered the straight right as they were leaving it, and now we kind of entered. They are leaving way later, so I'm gaining on those 2 cars. I don't know why, but I'm gaining on those 2 cars. They're probably going off on this corner as well. That's the only thing I can come up with. Oh, I went so wide there. Something which is funny, like my average lap in Apricot Hill is around the same pace as my average lap in Trial Mountain before. So it's funny because that means the races will kind of last the same. I only have to add up for the extra laps. I just realized. Even my best lap is a 133 and my best lap in Trial Mountain was also 133. Even if right now I'm rolling on 136, Jesus, that's slow. I think I'm going to lap those 2 cars sooner or later. I think it's totally possible that I lap those 2 cars up ahead. I can even see them. Yeah, I'm sliding a lot. The tires are just gone. I mean, the car drives fine, but the tires are really gone for fast laps. There's no way around it. Yeah, I'm definitely gaining on them. So now is the moment of truth. I get to see if they are sliding off this turn or not. Yeah, they are sliding off. Yeah, they are sliding off. That's why I got the advantage on them. I don't understand why, but that evolution was just stuck there. I don't understand why they do this. I'll have to do some attempts with the GT40 and see if it's possible and see if it makes the same mistake as these guys. Because if it does, there's a chance that I have a... I mean, I don't think there's a chance because it's just too fast. But I don't lose anything for trying. I'll just have to... Yeah, the Griffith is totally sliding. So I just have to try and see if I can do it with the GT40 on the lineup. The problem with the GT40 is that I can't keep up with it at all. I can't keep up through the corners and I can't keep up through the straights, obviously. So I'm not really optimistic in the fact that I have a chance against it. If you ask me, I don't have a chance against it. But if it slides like these guys, if it keeps sliding every lap, then maybe I can use that to my advantage. I can't promise anything, but I'll try to try it once I am not live and see what happens. Because I'm curious now, I'm really curious if it's possible or not with the GT40. Talking about the car that I have in front, the DB7 is also a really nice car. I always like the DB7. 1 second. Yeah, we're back. Sorry. Had to look at something for a second. Yeah, so the DB7 is actually a really interesting car. Because I think everyone knows the story that the design got stolen from Jaguar first and then Aston Martin did it first and then Jaguar got the XK8. Well, stolen in quotation marks, both were owned by Ford at the time, and Ford decided the design which Jaguar was making for them was better suited for Aston Martin. And yeah, that happened. Also, talking about this car, if it didn't slide, I wouldn't be able to keep up with it. I don't know if anyone realized that. It's right there, right behind me. So it's actually pretty quick. The problem is it just goes sideways at the end of the main straight. Which is a shame, really. Makes me feel bad for the DB7. Yeah, it's time to stop. I have to stop in this lap. Oof. That wasn't a good corner for the DB7. I don't think that was a good corner for the DB7. He just dived in and had to brake in the middle of the chicane. So this is the first stop. And here's going to come I think it's a Griffith or the Lancer Evolution. It's the Evolution, actually. We're good. Yeah, we're still in first place. Oh, that's just funny. Yeah, the invisible pit crew. You had to use your imagination for a lot of things in the PS1 era, still. Yeah, but the evolution is just breathing down my neck. And he's a lapped car, so I don't have to fight with it. I just have to let it go past. If I stay fighting with a lapped car, that's just stupid. So yeah, whenever a lapped car is coming, I just have to let them pass. Otherwise, it will be a waste of tires. But I really don't want to battle with these cars. I just want them to go, or not. I just want them to let me pass. Either they pass or I pass. It has to be one of those. And I think the DB7 stopped. Yeah, the DB7 stopped. So there it is. I'm wheel by wheel with the DB7 again. Yes, Gran Turismo 4 was the first one to have an actual pit crew. 3 had the same invisible crew as Gran Turismo 2, actually. I don't know if the one they released in the middle for Prologue had actually the pit crew, or if the other concept build that they did in the middle between 3 and 4 had the pit crew. I really don't remember. I haven't played those. First lap with fresh tires and this guy just goes wide again. Oh. So I had to avoid the DB7 because he just moved in a little bit. And in order to avoid crashing into it, I just went into the grass. Man, I can't believe that. I can't believe that at all. But yeah, Gran Turismo 3 had similar endurance races as Gran Turismo 2. Somewhat similar. It had a bit more, if I remember. It had a couple more races, but that's about it. It had one where you had to. They were longer as well. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. They were longer races. The trial mountain endurance, instead of 30 laps, is just 2 hours instead with stock cars. So yeah, that takes a while to complete. Then you have the Roadster endurance in Apricot Hill, which is like You just have to use a stock Miata to race there. Nothing else is allowed. Then I don't remember which other endurance races you had. Like you had the special Stage 11, which is brilliant. I love that race. That track is just excellent. Stage 11 needs to come back in its original layout. I cannot believe that we didn't have it since Gran Turismo 3. Then there's the 2 hours of the Rome circuit, which is in this game as well. Which one I'm missing? Seattle is in that game as well. And of course the Grand Valley Endurance, which is always in any Gran Turismo game. But after that I don't remember, I might be missing something. Oh yeah, it had a Monaco Endurance as well. That one I'm missing now, I remember. It had an endurance race in Monaco. And yeah, I think that's about it. I can't remember anymore. The one that had just... The races were just too long for me is Gran Turismo 4. The endurance races in that game are just so long. I mean, the 24-hour races are just so long. It's ridiculous. I appreciate the extra step for simulation, but yeah, they were too long. Yeah, Seattle is another track that I really like, and it's a shame that it's gone. If I remember the story, it didn't come back because that area where the Seattle circuit was originally made, it was reformed and the roads weren't there anymore, and that's why they dropped it. So says the rumor, really. I don't know, I cannot confirm. For me, the best Stage 11 also was like the original one. The one with the invisible chicane that everyone crashes into. They removed it for Gran Turismo 3. They made it a bit easier. But I remember that chicane so well. It's brilliant. It's such a brilliant turn. Yeah, you know what's the problem with doing the 24-hour races on B-Spec? The problem is, if I remember, the Le Mans endurance in B-Specs are broken. So there's a chance that your driver just might crash at the end of the Mulsanne straight, and they'll just stay there, stuck. And pretty much it's game over, and then you can't do anything about it. If that's what I read about it, and that's why I haven't tried them myself with B-Spec at all. The Nürburgring 24 hours is fine though, you can do it in B-Spec. Oh, you can confirm they don't exist anymore, I see. That's good to know. Yeah, I think they are if your B-Spec level is rather low, or if you just put it in 4 or 5, which is like the fastest mode, which is the one you want to go, but at the same time the driver makes a lot of mistakes. Usually want to keep it at 3 and below, so it doesn't make mistakes. There's also a way to grind the big spec pilot so it's actually competitive, but it takes a lot of time. Yeah, you have to do a big spec grind in Gran Turismo 4 to be competitive, otherwise the guy just is totally useless. I was watching a bit of that a few days ago, like how to make the V-Spec driver competitive, and there's a lot of things which haven't been figured out about V-Spec in Gran Turismo 4, but someone actually made a made a discovery in how the pilot works and how the cars are divided. So they made a list of 8 cars that you can use to grind the V-Spec pilot to a competitive level. I never did it actually, but I know it works. I don't know how long it will take to complete that little thing that I just was talking about, the little guide to grind the V-Spec pilot. I know for a fact that if you want to reach 100% track skill, you have to make him race at every track, including in reverse variants. You have to include reverse variants as well. So yeah, that's just insane. It will take so long. Pretty much everything in Gran Turismo 4 takes a lot of time. It's a really grindy game when you think about it. Yeah, the TBR is gone. Like, totally gone. I don't know where the TBR is. I have no idea where he is, and the car behind me is the DB7. So yeah, the TBR is totally gone. I don't know where it is. Talking about Gran Turismo 4, did you all see that a few days ago cheats were discovered for Gran Turismo 4? And you can enter a money code, which gives you 10 millions. I don't know if you can repeat it and do it multiple times, but yeah, there's a money code. And that will save a lot of time already. I don't have to grind and sell CLK GTRs. Well, if we get technical, it's not the CLK GTR, it's the CLK LM, I think it was. Because it's the V8, it doesn't have the V12. So yeah, I'm getting a bit technical here. Yeah, one would think that nowadays nothing is a secret with the internet. I know I sound like an old person, but nothing is a secret here, and we pretty much know everything nowadays. The fact that those codes were hidden for 20 years or more is just impressive. It really makes you wonder what else there is inside that game that we haven't figured out yet. because it is just a massive game. The fact that they managed to put that in a DVD is just impressive for me, at least. There's so much content in Gran Turismo 4. Oh, I really went late there. Yeah, the Gran Turismo 4 grinding methods are varied, but the most popular ones are the doing Capri Rally Beginner, which gives you a Toyota rally car, and you sell that for a decent amount of money. And the other one is doing the DTM Cup and B Spec, which gives you a CLK GTR, and you sell that for a lot of money. And doing that almost gives you 1,000,000 credits per run, doing the CLK GTR grinding. But it takes like 40 minutes to do all the races. Personally, I always used a mix of both, depending what I wanted to save for. If it was a car that I could just get with doing the Capri Rally, I just go and do the Capri Rally. Just to save time. There's probably other methods to make money in Gran Turismo 4, but they are probably a bit less efficient, which is why they aren't as popular. But I'm pretty sure there's more methods to make money in Gran Turismo 4. There's so many price cars that it doesn't make much sense that there aren't more methods to make money. Also, 1 second, I need to drink a bit of water. We're good now? Yeah, I have to drink something. Yeah, I'm driving a bit slower. As you can see, my laps are being an average of a 136 because I don't have to push really. So I'm taking it a bit easier now. I'm just being careful. I guess that's good for the tires. We'll see when I have to stop. But if you see the track layout, the opponents are all over the track. There's nobody near me and I'm near no one, so yeah, I don't know what's going to happen here. I don't know where the TBR is. I really have no idea where the TBR is. I would like to know where it is, but it's just impossible to know. I know it's impossible. Games that push the PS2 to its limits, now that I think about it, they all kind of came at the same time. You had Gran Turismo 4, of course. Then you had Metal Gear Solid 3. That one is another one which pushes the PS2 to its limits. Then you had, like, I guess GTA San Andreas, which is also another game which pushed the PS2 to its absolute limits. They all came in that time, 2004, 2005. It's one of the green dots. Yeah, totally. Unless it's gone, unless just gave up and it's not racing anymore. I mean, I wouldn't... given how often they go off track, I will understand if they decide to quit. Yeah, right at the end, but I remember those days. I'm getting nostalgic already. Back then I think I was getting my first PS1 in 2004, 2005. And as well the first PC we got at home. Those were interesting days back then. Yeah, it will be a message like pretty much when people leave a love in online races. Right after they crash someone or they just spun out. It will be pretty funny, yeah. That actually reminds me. That I never really did online racing outside stuff for Forza to grind the occasional reward car for the seasonals. I don't know if it's me, but it seems really hard to get into online racing. At least to do it properly. I don't think I have the skill level to be, of course, competitive, but just to enter, it seems to be a bit difficult. And yeah, back then it was pretty much... I was starting elementary back then, 2005, 2006. Now 2005, yeah, it will be that year. So yeah, I was really pretty much a kid when I got my first PS1, and pretty much the PS2 was out already, of course. I always got everything with delay here. It was that or not getting it at all. So you just had to enjoy what you had, and in a way it's good because you learn a lot of things when you have to enjoy certain things which might be a bit outdated. I mean, I'm grateful for getting that PS1. I wouldn't have played Gran Turismo 2 for hours otherwise. I play this game so much. It's crazy how much I play this game. I played it to a point that I pretty much know it like the back of my hand. So there's not much that I don't know about Gran Turismo 2. And for me, it really is the best game on the franchise. So yeah, I just went into two different topics at the same time. I was talking about online racing, and then I started to be nostalgic about my childhood. That's how it goes in my mind. I just have so many things coming at once, and yeah, pretty much that's how my mind works. Always cooking up something, always something in the works. I'm pretty sure I played this game for thousands of hours. The interesting thing about Gran Turismo 2 for me is that my copy, like the copy of Gran Turismo 2 that I had, it was the earliest copy released in the NTSC region. And the earliest copy of Gran Turismo 2, like the 1.0, it's full of glitches. It's pretty much a broken game when you think about it. And I pretty much experienced all of those glitches by myself without knowing. There's a glitch which wipes your entire garage, and I had to deal with that like 2 or 3 times. And I had to rebuild my garage like 2 or 3 times. And there's also a time which I did something really stupid, and I had to go, and I turned off the console while it was saving, and that's how I lost my first Gran Turismo save, and I had to start from scratch. So yeah, I did that as well. That's a really funny story, actually. The one which is awful is losing your garage, because in order to trigger the glitch which triggers like the garage deletion, the complete garage destruction, let's just put it that way, you use the machine test, and depending on the amount of records that you have on the machine test, the game just goes crazy and destroys your garage. It can either wipe it all and leave you with 0 cars, you will have nothing. And the other thing it does, it's fill it with garbage cars, which are literally pieces of game data which are stored in the garage, and you have like 1,000 cars in your garage. And if you press into any of those, the game just crashes. It breaks the game. I'll have to find a copy of that early release of Gran Turismo 2 and see if I can replicate all the errors and glitches and show them, because there's not much on YouTube about it. There's not much in the internet about it, really, and that's kind of crazy to me, because I remember them so clearly. So yeah, the early release of Gran Turismo 2 was a bit of a disaster, to the point that there's 2 different releases which fix different glitches and the like. Unless it's the PAL, if it's the PAL region, you don't have that problem, but the NTSC has that problem. And yeah, it's really funny. I'll have to see if I can find a 1.0 copy and replicate it all. Yeah, I'm probably going to start looking into it and see what I can do about it. It will be fun. Yeah, the greatest hits version, I think, is the latest revision of Gran Turismo 2. It's the one that I have like for the emulator for Duckstation. Of course, it's not. It's the one that I could find, really. There's the greatest hits release, which is the latest one, There's one in the middle, which is 1.1, and there's the early one, which is 1.0, which is the broken one. Yeah, the car behind me, I think it's a Legacy, which is just stopped. I saw it when it was leaving the pit lane, and I think it's the Legacy. Yeah, it's the Legacy. It's not the Griffith. But I have to stop soon, so it's going to go past me. Well, pitching next lap. I'll stick to my plan of 20 laps on each tire set. Yeah, that Legacy was nowhere to be seen during the race. It just stayed there on the first couple of laps and it did nothing. It's one of those cars which is just in the background. It does nothing. Which is a shame. I really like the Subaru Legacy. I always think it goes a bit ignored. Everyone talks about Impreza and they ignore the Legacy. It's not a bad car, actually. Two laps down? No, I just passed it once. It's one lap down, it's one lap behind me. I don't know. We'll probably see when the race is over in 10 laps. The game tells you which cars are more than one lap behind. If they are on the same lap as you, they will show us running, and if you have laps over them, it will show one lap to lap, the amount of laps that they are behind. So yeah, we'll get to see that in 10 laps when this race is over. Now comes... Now comes my stop though, so it's the last 10 laps. It will be nice to pick a softer compound for these laps, but you couldn't do that until Gran Turismo 4. Which is a shame, really. I do have to say though, the Autozam drives so well. I really like this car. It drives so well. It's a lot of fun to drive this thing around. Yeah, so here it is, the final stretch of the race. Just 10 laps more. With fresh tires. Well, now they are cold, so I have to be careful. We don't want to go wide like the AI does. Oh, I'm going to touch the grass. Yeah, it really is. I wonder if they couldn't, because, you know, just game things that it will break something and they didn't have time to sort it out. But Gran Turismo is really slow into building new things for the games. They take their time. If you think about it, the drag mode was thought out for Gran Turismo 2, and it didn't come until Gran Turismo 4 in reality. So they do take a lot of time into adding things. We'll find out one day in which version they just plan to do compound switches and they just didn't implement it into the game. There's a chance it's Gran Turismo 2, who knows? I can never forget about drag mode in Gran Turismo 2 because of the drag cars, and I have a bit of a story with one of them. Well, when I first played this game, of course, I wasn't looking things up in the internet, and it was in English, and back then I didn't understand much English. I was trying to get like the 180SX drag car, and I didn't know where it was. Of course, nowadays I know it's in the Pacific League, but back then I didn't have any ideas. So I just used to do the test course Turbo Cup over and over again, hoping I will get the 180SX, and all I got was R33s. So I was waiting to get the 180SX because I thought it will get me the 180SX. It will get me the two cars because they were in the same cup. But no. Oh god. So we don't have much left of this race. Just the final 7 laps, actually. And of course, I thought it would be different, I have to say. But here we are, I guess. I guess the Autozam is just too much for the AI, and they just decided to throw the races away. Nobody wants to face the Autozam. Which makes me think about which other cars I could use for endurance races. I'm trying to think. I'm also trying to think if I can beat the GT40 if it happens to be here. Again, I just can't stop thinking about the GT40, and I think it doesn't suffer the same problem as the other cars. But I have to try and experiment and see whatever comes out of it. Yeah, the AC1 is OP. So far it has managed to beat anything that has come through our way, so yeah, the AC1 is OP. I believe in AC1 supremacy. Yeah, other Kei-Cars that have turbo upgrades, because by example the Beat doesn't have any turbo upgrades and it's going to struggle. As much as I would like to use the Honda Beat, it's going to struggle because it has no turbo upgrades. Yeah, if the GT40 slides like the Griffith, then we'll be safe. Oh, I went a bit wider. Yeah, this controller is a bit sensitive at times, and it goes full lock, and I can't catch it on time. Yeah, anyway, the GT40 is nothing compared to a certain car which appears on an endurance race. But I don't want to spoil it, it's part of my future plans, so you'll have to wait a little bit. I'm sorry, I'll have to make you wait a little bit. Mazda. Yes, it's the tiny Mazda. Of course it is the tiny Mazda. It grips fine, it doesn't slide, it doesn't understeer, it does everything fine. This car has no problems whatsoever. Sure, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but who cares? I mean, it's winning. It's winning this race, who cares? The other car which is going to be really competitive is the Suzuki Cappuccino. That car is going to be really good as well. And it has a slight advantage over the AC1, and that is the fact that you can put a race modification on the Cappuccino. And if you have the same power with downforce, yeah, you're going to have a really good car actually. So yeah, I think the Cappuccino might be the best out of them all, but I have to try it out. I have used it before and I know it's good, but I don't know how good it really is. The AC1 sadly doesn't have any race modifications. So yeah, that's a limitation of the AC1. "24 hours of AC1, that will be fun actually. Just a full grid of AC1s racing for 24 hours to see which one survives." I think I lapped this thing twice. We'll find out sooner or later. When the race is over, we'll find out, but I think I lapped the Evo 6 twice. Oh man. Oh man, poor thing. I'm starting to feel bad for the Evo 6. And there's another car up ahead. I want to see what that car is. It can't be right. I mean, it can't be the TVR, the car that's ahead of the Evo. It will be insane if it was. It will be insane if it was. But I need to get through the Evo first and see if it's the Griffith. And I have 2 extra laps to do so. I mean, what else it could be? I don't think there's much else that could be. Yeah, it's either the NSX or the Griffith, but the NSX is bright green and that seems black and the Griffith is black. So there's a big chance it's actually the Griffith. Oh man, if it's the Griffith, it's going to be so fun. Oh. I can't wait to see what it is. Wait, I don't think it's the Griffith. I think it's actually the Legacy. It could be the Legacy. I might be wrong, but there's a chance it might be the Legacy. They just pull away in the straights, though. I have no chance of keeping up. Yeah, it's the Legacy. I told you. I guess so. It was the Legacy. No, it's actually the Legacy. See, there it is. The Legacy before. Sorry, man, the inside's mine. It's going to pull away in the straight, but then it's going to go wide at the first turn. I don't really like fighting with lap cars, it's just a waste of time. They are lap cars, they just have to overtake you or you have to overtake them. But the fact that I'm in a slower car usually means that I'm struggling to overtake them. He's going to stop? He's going to stop and it's the final lap! Yeah, he stopped. That car is totally broken. That car is totally broken. It's going to stop in the final lap. Jesus. Yeah, and it's the final lap. The AC1 has to survive for one final lap and we're good. Yeah, he really stopped on the final lap. That's just stupid. Oh god. See, that's what I mean when I say the AI in Gran Turismo 2 is really random with pit stops. They just stop at the stopping at the final lap is something that doesn't really happen in newer games, because they kind of realize that, and it does happen in this game, so it's really funny. Final lap. We're getting to the finish line and it's over. It's over for the AC1. And we won. See, here it is. The TBR Griffith and the NSX are on the same lap, so they are on the final lap. The Legacy is one lap behind, so I overtook it once. The Aston Martin it's one lap behind, so I overtook it once. And the Lancer Evolution is 2 laps behind, and I overtook it twice, so it's actually correct. So that's how the lap system works. 34 seconds over the Griffith. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I want to see how far the NSX is. Just let me wait a little bit. Just let me wait a little bit. 55 seconds. Oh man. Nobody can stop the AC1. I'll have to come back and see if I can beat the the GT40, and it will be finished. It will be all over. Yeah, this race gives you a lot of money. A lot of money. Continue. We'll see what we got. I hope it's the car that I want. It is the car that I want. So this race has two prices. You can either get a GTSR Viper, which is a really nice car, or you can get the Lancia Stratos, which is the car that I actually wanted. And I got the car that I actually wanted for a change. Yes! This is perfect. But really, after doing two endurance races, I think it's time for me to go. I'm starting to be a bit sleepy. So I'm going to thank everyone for showing up. I really appreciate it. And I hope you all enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I'll try to stream a bit more often. I'll try to do a bit more often videos as well, because I know I'm being lazy with it. I have to do a lot of things out there. So yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good night. Thanks for all.